So, today's theological question. Did the trumpets in the Bible have valves?
No!
Okay, wait. That's probably a correct answer, but let's explain. The instrumental piston valve was invented by musician gadgeteer Heinrich Stölzl in 1818. That's AD. And the canonization of the Bible, though going through different phases, finally settled at about 400, again, AD. So 1818 minus 400 yields a discrepancy of over 1400 years. So the answer is
no!
So if that's the case, what did the trumpets from back then look like, especially in the Old Testament? There were two trumpets referred to in the Old Testament, the shofar and the hatzotzerah. The shofar was a horn made of the horn of a kudu, antelope, or ibex, but not of a cow, because of the golden calf debacle in Exodus 32. The material is keratin, and it's the same material as your fingernail.
Come on.
The shofar is usually long and curvy and hollowed out with holes at both ends. One to let the sound out, and the other as sort of a mouthpiece. And the tones produced are low, 3, maybe 4. It could be played by anyone back in the day, and it was used for signaling. At Jubilee, before the dispersion of the Jews, or the diaspora, for a whole year, everyone could play a shofar. The other trumpets, the hatzotzerah, or what we know as the silver trumpets, were only played by the Levitical priests, and it has the distinction of being described in usage in Numbers chapter 10. Again, a few notes could only be played, and this was for ceremony and liturgical purposes. So, back to the original question. If these trumpets had no valves, how do you play them? Well, a great comparison is the bugle. With no valves, there is a great limit on the possible notes to be played, but different notes can be played by lip and air speed and tongue placement inside the mouth. Until the piston valve, this was the method. Trumpeters actually had crooks, which were tubing additions that they could add to the length or the horn to change the key. Oh, wait, what about the New Testament, you ask? Well, in the New Testament, there was a generic Greek term for trumpet called salpinx. They were long, straight tubes, often weighing up to 20 pounds. They were extremely common, so common in fact that the early Olympics had contests to see who could play them the longest. A guy named Achaeus won Olympic contests 3 times, starting in 396 BC, for his extensive lung capacity. So, in review, shofar, ram's horn, hatzotzerah, silver trumpet, salpinx, generic New Testament trumpet. Oh, by the way, do you know who played the first shofar in the Bible?
No!
God. In Exodus 19:16, at Mount Sinai, the Hebrews were all waiting to hear from God. And it says, "On the morning of the 3rd day, there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud on the mountain, and a very loud trumpet blast, so that all the people in the camp trembled." So next time you hear the trumpet, see a trumpet, or play a trumpet, thank God for valves.